Just be here back to a new regular show video. And if you're on this last one, go and check it out. We're back with the next two episodes of season 3 of regular show. This is another good episode. We start with it starts with everybody at the coffee shop. Eileen, Margaret, well, Eileen, Mordecai, and Rigby giving these different flowers to Margaret because it's her birthday. And she's wondering if Mordecai and Rigby are going to be coming to this party that's going to be going all night at this club. And yeah, Rigby says that he hates clubs, but Mordecai is, of course, excited because getting to dance with Margaret. And yeah, they say this line and wonder if this is the place. And yeah, Rigby goes over to this random guy spray painting and is like, yeah, that's the box. That's what it's called. And yeah, tries to get in, but of course they're not on the list. Even being shown that apparently nobody's on the list, but people are getting invited in. And yeah, Rigby and or Mordecai tries to call Margaret, but of course she's not answering her phone, and they're just waiting in line. And yeah, they're not getting let in, but this guy is. That's been waiting for 11 years. But yeah, he's being able to get let inside. And the guy at the front is saying that they don't have really cool costumes to get in. But yeah, we see this lady come in with this. Looks like she's wearing a trash bag with spray paint on it. And she gets let in. And yeah, Mordecai and Rigby pretty much pull off the same thing. And they get let in. And yeah, they finally make it in and see this cool party that's going on. And yeah, Margaret is still not being able to answer because, well, it's they're cutting out. And yeah, Rigby manages to leave and end up dancing. And yeah, we see this lady that we saw before go over to Mordecai. And yeah, Rigby rips off his clothes and everybody is shocked. And yeah, this girl is trying to hit on Mordecai and yeah, drinks this baby water stuff and saying that yeah, Rigby's getting let out. And yeah, of course, Mordecai rips off his clothes too and saying of how this whole place is stupid with its rules and stuff. And yeah, this girl that Mordecai was with is actually the owner of the joint and orders both of them to get kicked out, which yeah, they say Margaret or believe they say Margaret and yeah, they end up fighting the guys and she ends up turning into this light beam thing and yeah, Mordecai slides under the guy that we saw earlier, and he gets zapped. And yeah, Mordecai mistakes this person for Rigby or for Margaret, and yeah, they get kicked out. And apparently, they were in the wrong joint the whole time. Yeah, they were in the wrong place the whole time. And yeah, Margaret gets this tape, this music tape, and yeah, they end up dancing together anyway. Yeah, a really good episode. I do enjoy. It's crazy that they ended up in the wrong joint anyway, even though they were right next to each other. But they still ended up dancing afterwards. And then we go to the next episode of this review, and it's another good one. And yeah, it starts with Mordecai and Rigby drinking some coffee, and Rigby is wondering if Mordecai wants to go and get some more coffee, even though they just had some coffee. And then just so they don't have to go back to work. They're pretty much Rigby's just wanting to do it just so they don't have to go back to work. And yeah, then we see Benson behind them. And yeah, of course, Rigby is talking behind Benson's back. Which yeah, Mordecai is like, it's Benson, shut it. Like, yeah, Benson's gonna overhear this. And saying that Benson's not gonna do anything, can't do anything, won't do anything about it. And yeah, he does so. Because he fires Rigby. Yeah, he then tells Rigby he's fired. And yeah, Pops comes over wondering what's going on. And yeah, Rigby is saying of how he does his chores. And yeah, we just see him not doing any of his chores. And yeah, Pops tells him why not give him another chance. But then they have an idea of actually getting a mentor. Yeah, a mentor for Rigby. And yeah, Benson calls Muscle Man. And yeah, have this harness on him. Or not harness exactly, but this thing on him. So yeah, Muscle Man's going to be carrying Rigby throughout the whole day for the shift. And has this string as well. And if he pulls it, that means he gives up and he quits. So yeah, they have to pick up this fertilizer. And yeah, of course, keeps threatening it or keeps getting Rigby to say if he quits, which no, he's not. And yeah, Benson is just driving around just watching Rigby suffer pretty much. When it comes to painting the house, yeah, of course, Mordecai is like, Benson, do you think you're going a little too far? And he's like, do you want me to do something about you too? And yeah, that sets up Mordecai for sure. That sets up Mordecai for sure. And then continuing to go and having to say that he's not going to quit, even after almost being or failing. And then, yeah, just continuing with a montage of them just doing different things and Benson just watching. Yeah, it's just not going so well for Rigby. And then one last test. They have to do an exam, and Rigby has to carry Muscle Man all the way to that drinking fountain. And yeah, he keeps telling him of not quitting, and they end up fighting each other. And he's saying that he's not a mentor, and yeah, they end up fighting each other. And yeah, Rigby is or Mordecai is trying to tell Vincent that he needs to stop this, but he's like, it's not time yet. He's still got a little bit of time left. And yeah, somebody's gonna get hurt really bad, I would say. And yeah, they just end up going through the snack area and into the river. Which yeah, Rigby manages to pass the exam, and they think that Muscle Man is dead, which telling him not to give up, don't quit. And yeah, he ends up congratulating Rigby. And yeah, they give him a coffee and congratulating him. Even Benson is even proud of Rigby and welcomes him back. And yeah, Muscle Man even welcomed him as well, congratulating him, and even just saying of he doesn't know where he's gonna go. He's just gonna go where the wind takes. And yeah, Rigby is like, "Do you want to grab something to eat?" And Mordecai is like, "Yeah, but you better shower first. You smell like Muscle Man." But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Good episodes here. I'd like to know what y'all think. Until next one.